Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amma ba'du. Hello everyone. Before that, my name is Lia Fitria and my partner Sabrina Kashifa Firdausi. Today we will discuss about Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, or berbeda-beda tetapi tetap satu jua, different but still one. Okay, for the first one is what the meaning of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. Definition of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika: the word in Old Javanese has the meaning of diverse, and Aneka means type, while the word Tunggal means one. The assemblage, the word Ika has the meaning of one. Literally, the motto Bhinneka Tunggal Ika means diverse gathering into one. This motto describes the unity of the Indonesian nation, consisting of various culture, religion, ethnicities, regional language, and beliefs. Okay guys, for the next slide is about the history of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. The motto Bhinneka Tunggal Ika was first coined in the book Sutasoma by Empu Tantular, written in the 17th century. The sentence written in it described the diversity of society in the Majapahit kingdom at the time. This motto then became the subject of discussion on the slightness of the clause proceeding of PPUPKI between Muhammad Yamin, I Gusti Bagus Sugriwa, and Insinyur Soekarno, approximately 2.5 months before the proclamation of Indonesia independence. A few years later, when designing the state emblem of the Republic of Indonesia in the form of the Garuda Pancasila bird, this motto was inserted into it, and officially this emblem was used in the proceeding of the Cabinet of the United States of Indonesia led by Hatta on February 11, 1950, based on a design made by Sultan Hamid II. We can see in the table in this slide, the Bhinneka Tunggal Ika have 4 value. The first one is Rawaka Datu Wisnu Buddha Wisma, and it is said that Buddha and Shiva are two different substance. And the next is Bhinneka Raka Ring Apanhit Parwanosen. The meaning is they are different, but how can they recognize it? And the next is Mangka Jinatwa Kaiswan Sita Siwatatwa Singular. The translation is for the truth of Jina or Buddha, and Shiva is singular. And the last is Bhinneka Tunggal Ika Tandhana Dharma Mangrawa. It's that divided, but that's it. There is no slack in the truth. Okay, for the next slide, we will discuss about the function of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. The function of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika as a motto in the Garuda Pancasila Nation emblem. The first one is strengthening the sense of unity and unity of Indonesia. The next is raising awareness about the importance of association for the sake of strong unity. And the next is have an attitude and commitment to mutual respect and love among human beings. And the next is improving identity and nationality as an Indonesian nation. And the last is increase the spirit of mutual assistance and solidarity.
Okay, thank you very much to Lia Fitria that has been explained before. And then the next, I'm going to discuss about the meaning of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika in Indonesia unity. So, the meaning of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika in the unity of Indonesia means that the Indonesian nation consists of various tribes, ethnicities, religions, cultures, and beliefs as a whole in the Indonesian nation. the incarnation of this nation was concluded in PP number 66 of 1951, and then the principle of Indonesian nationalism are arranged in a single plural unit, namely, first is historical unity, or a nation that grows and develops in the process of history, and then second is the unity of faith, or being in the same historical process and experiencing the same faith, namely in the suffering of colonialism and national happiness. And then the third is cultural unity, that is cultural diversity grows into a form of national culture. And then fourth, the unity of spiritual principle, that is the existence of ideas, ideals, and spiritual value as a whole in sum up in Pancasila. Then next is behavior that reflects what is behavior that reflects Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. First is no discrimination against anyone, and then the second is equality towards everyone at school, at home, community, or etc. And then avoid fights or disputes that can harm yourself and others. And then next is respect each other despite differences in religion, ethnicity, race, and culture. And after that is do not insult or demean other people. And then the last is live in harmony within the family, school, and community. Before I close our presentation, I have some quotes for Mahatma Gandhi. That is, unity to be real must withstand the toughest pressure without breaking, from Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, I think that's all for our discussion in this video. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.